Hey, my feel good friend, and welcome to the Feel Good Social podcast. I'm your host, Kinsey, and I am super stoked on this January 31st to be sharing with you a sneak peek, I guess, or sneak listen into our training for February content ideas. This is a training that I have recorded for our Feel Good Social Club. It's our online membership for down-to-earth entrepreneurs who want to show up online for your brand in an authentic way without wasting your precious time, losing your mind, or selling your soul. That's kind of our slogan over here for the Feel Good Social Club. And today I am sharing with you an exclusive training that I have recorded for Feel Good Social Club members to help walk you through February content ideas. Okay. This is an audio training that I've recorded for February. It's something I do every month for our Feel Good Social Club members. And I discuss the 3 themes that you might want to think about when it comes to your content for February. And I suggest different content ideas for how to create these things for your brand, right? Or make them make sense for your brand. So this is an exclusive training for the Feel Good Social Club, like I said. So in this training, you may hear a few things such as me referring to our monthly February content plan workbook, right? Which is another club asset, a resource that I give to my club members. And basically, I walk you through the suggested content calendar. I suggest a few different content ideas, all that different stuff. But as you're listening to this training, if you are feeling like you want more support, if you are feeling like you would love a workbook to really help you walk you through these themes and also outline your own content calendar for February, definitely check out the Feel Good Social Club. It's feelgoodsocial.com/club. Pretty easy. It's our monthly membership where we have a lot of awesome resources. Basically, I dish up all my resources, Canva templates. We have monthly workshops where you can get my feedback on your strategies, your content ideas, your designs, all that different stuff. It's a super awesome place, right? So as you're listening to today's training, if you're feeling like you want more, definitely check out feelgoodsocial.com/club. But for now, let's go ahead and dive into this training where I'm dishing up all of the content ideas and strategies for February's content. You may want to get out a pen and paper for this one, my friend. Let's go ahead and dive in. Hey, friend, and welcome to the Feel Good Social Podcast. I'm your host, Kinsey, and I'm here to help you market your business in a genuine way that works without wasting your precious time. On this show, we chat about social media strategy and mindset tips with a focus on, you guessed it, feeling good. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some genuine conversation for the good of your biz. Hey, my Feel Good Social Clubber, and welcome to this February content strategy training. I am so excited to share some content themes and ideas for the upcoming month of February with you so that hopefully we can get your idea juices flowing when it comes to your brand's content, and you can create a plan of attack for this upcoming month that actually works for you, that feels good to you, and that you're excited to share with your ideal customers. Now, before we dive into all the nitty-gritty details of what you can start thinking about when it comes to February, I just want to share how this training is going down, right? Basically, I'm doing this audio training for you right now. It pairs nicely with all of the resources in the Feel Good Social Club that you can find in the same thread as this audio training. And there is an interactive February content planner that you can also use if you want to visually see the ideas that I'm talking about and actually have a space to brainstorm and jot down your own ideas and create your own content calendar for your brand. So definitely go snag that if that interests you, or just whip out, a pen and paper or a Google Doc or whatever makes the most sense for you. And let's go ahead and dive into this February training. Okay, so if you are a longtime member of the Feel Good Social Club, you've probably heard me say this before on these trainings, but when it comes to content planning every month, sitting down and really brainstorming and outlining your strategy and what makes sense for your brand, you know what I'm going to say. The very first thing that I want you to do is really bring it back home to your brand first, right? Really sit for a second and center yourself in what does my brand need to talk about this month? Where are my ideal customers at in their life, in their journey? What are they feeling this month? What are they struggling with? What are they wanting the most this month? And how can I, as a brand, show up and serve them this month in the best way? Right? This is the first thing that we do every time we sit down to plan out our content strategies for the upcoming month, because I know how easy it is to get swept up in all of the awesome, fun content ideas and themes for February that I'm about to share with you a little bit later on in this training, right? It's so easy to get kind of swept away by the shiny idea, or whatever I'm trying to say, right? But the first thing you need to do is bring it back home to your current audience. Where are they right now? And how can you show up for them in the best way in this month of February? Because that is how you are going to create content in the most strategic way. And not everyone's audience is the same, right? So it's up to you to, as we are just starting out in this content planning process, really sit with yourself right now, okay? Think about your ideal customers. How are they feeling? What are they needing from you? What are they struggling with? What are they desiring? Think about your brand. Is there anything that really makes sense for you to promote this month? Is there anything that makes sense for you to talk about this month, right? Do you have any events coming up or anything like that? Keep your goals in mind as well. And then also, finally, I really want you to consider your personal schedule this month, right? And your personal capabilities when it comes to the amount of time and energy you could actually commit to showing up and creating content for your brand, right? Because that is important. The last thing I want you to do is create a plan of attack that you can't actually do because you don't have the space for it this month, right? So whether you're able to post 5 times a week, 7 times a week, or maybe you need to dial it back to 1 or 2 posts a week, or whatever it looks like for you, no judgment. I would rather you be honest with yourself and say, yeah, I'm just going to be posting this many times a week this month because of my life right now, right? And whatever that looks like for you, it's okay, right? So after you have gone ahead and journaled about what your life looks like, what your brand looks like, what your ideal customers look like this month for February, and really have thought that through, let's go ahead and dive into the February themes and content ideas. Okay, so when it comes to February, this is really a month that I've broken down into 3 themes. The first theme is love and friendship. The second theme is anticipation and predictions. And the third theme is BIPOC support. Okay, so let's start with love and friendship. In the month of February, it is Valentine's Day, right? It's kind of the holiday to celebrate love. And I giggle every time that I talk about Valentine's Day because, you know, it's kind of polarizing in a way. Some people love it, some people hate it. But I love the theme of Valentine's Day, and I love the ability that you have to really take a viewpoint on the day and create content around however the heck you feel about it, right? So when it comes to the theme of love and friendship inspired by Valentine's Day, which is February 14th, I would love for you to think about, okay, how do I initially feel about Valentine's Day? Do I love it? Do I hate it? I'd love for you to ask yourself, when it comes to the love in my life right now, what is really dominating? Is it kind of like, should I talk about the romance side of love? Or should I talk about maybe like a friendship side of love, right? Which actually, side note, the day before Valentine's Day is called quote unquote Galentine's Day, right? And so actually this is a great opportunity for you to shout out or feature your favorite like biz gal pals or something, right? This is a great opportunity for you to cultivate more friendship for Valentine's Day, which is something that I love about this time of year, right? It doesn't just have to be romantic love that you talk about. It could be friendship, which is wonderful. Also, if you do want to take an anti Valentine's Day approach, good on you. That is totally fine, right? I think that it's, somewhat funny, amusing, and great, and can help you stand out online if you decide to just share your opinions unashamedly, right? So if you don't necessarily love Valentine's Day or Galentine's Day, you could totally create a post about it in that way as well, saying whatever your feelings are. I think this is an opportunity to share about love and friendship or the holiday itself, no matter how you are feeling about it. And it's kind of fun to think about ideas like that, right? When it comes to content ideas for Valentine's Day, I've shared a few in the notebook. But, you could totally share a poll to your Instagram stories asking, how do you feel about Valentine's Day? Do you love it? Do you hate it? You can feature your biz besties in a carousel or on your stories or anything like that. I think it would be really cute if you do have time to send your favorite followers or favorite clients little virtual Valentine's Day cards, like in their Instagram messages or even on an email or something like that. And I have created Canva templates for Valentine's Day e-cards if you want to check it out in the Feel Good Social Club. They're new this month, so super fun. And those are just a few ideas when it comes to the Valentine's Day content, but really ask yourself, like, how does my ideal customer feel about this theme, this topic? How can I show up and create a post that feels aligned with me and that they would find interesting, right? Okay, the second theme when it comes to February's content is anticipation and predictions, right? Because mostly Groundhog's Day is this month, which is when the groundhog comes up out of the hole and predicts spring or like early spring or longer winter or something. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's kind of kicking off this month with that like predictive vibe, I guess, predictive theme, right? And also it's the anticipation of like waiting to see, ooh, what's it gonna be, right? It's kind of a fun, maybe mischievous feeling in a way where you're like trying to think about, ooh, what's gonna happen? Ooh, this is what I think is gonna happen, and you're waiting to see what happens. It's kind of an exciting time, right? Plus, leading into, if you're an American football fan, the Super Bowl is always hosted in February. I'm not a huge football fan anymore, but at the same time, I still appreciate it. And it is one of those things that also adds to the theme of excitement and anticipation and making predictions of some sort, right? So I'm not saying that you have to create posts about Groundhog's Day or Groundhog's Day or the Super Bowl or anything like that, right? But it's kind of fun to think about the themes behind these ideas, right? Do you have any predictions for this month when it comes to your brand, your industry, your ideal customers, anything like that? Do you have any predictions for this year when it comes to your brand, your industry, and your ideal customers? It might be kind of fun to share those online and say, this is what I'm seeing lately. This is what I predict is going to happen in this space. And here's what I'm going to do about it, right? You can also, just share your excitement and anticipation for something that is coming for you. I always think it's really fun to share the things that you're most excited about in your brand right now and kind of tease the things that might be coming up in the future, because not only does your energy come across in your post when you truly are excited about something and you're telling someone about it, it is so magnetic. And if you can do that with your ideal customers, they will start to get excited about these future things as well. And if it happens to be an offer of some sort, hey, that's a great way to plant a seed in your ideal customers' minds and start getting them excited about this upcoming offer and start getting them thinking about, ooh, is this offer for me? Ooh, this is something I might like, right? So definitely sharing things that you're looking forward to in your business is a really awesome content idea for this time of the month or any time of the year, really, if we're being honest. And then the third kind of theme that I really saw in February is Black History Month. And so I think that it's a really great idea to show your support for the BIPOC community and BIPOC businesses and help them share their stories in whatever way you can this month. And then also, continuing through the rest of the year, right? So when it comes to Black History Month and supporting BIPOC, the community, being an ally, all that different stuff, the one thing that I always like to remind you is that I think it's important to really be thoughtful about the posts that you share and the way you show up online in support of BIPOC, especially during the month of February. It can be really, really easy to fall onto the bandwagon of sorts, right? And really just post about these things as everyone else is posting about them and then let it fall off throughout the rest of the year, right? And that's really kind of gives an icky vibe to a lot of people if they see you posting in support of BIPOC businesses or, Black History Month or whatever it is. And then the rest of the year, you don't really take action that you say you're going to, or it kind of like falls off, right? So I think it's really important for you personally to think, okay, how do I want to show up this month? How do I want to talk about it this month? Do I want to show support? And how can I continue this throughout the rest of the year and really integrate this into my business so that I'm not showing up as performative or as if I'm just hopping on the bandwagon because it's Black History Month in February, right? So I think it's a wonderful idea to post about this sort of stuff, to show support, to, help BIPOC people feature their stories and share their voices and all that different stuff. But again, just be thoughtful because it's kind of leaves a bad taste in people's mouth if you can come across as performative, right? So just be thoughtful when it comes to that. A few ideas for content and really helping to support BIPOC this month. You can totally feature your favorite BIPOC owned businesses, right? You could invite one of your BIPOC friends to come onto an Instagram live with you or feature them in an interview on your blog or your podcast or your email list or anything like that. Like allow them to share their story with your audience, right? You can ask for recommendations from BIPOCs for books and podcasts and other businesses that you should support as well via like a question box on your Instagram stories or something like that, right? These are just a few ideas to help you bring this theme into your content this month. Oh, another thing you could do is share the actions that your business is taking to support the Black History Month and the BIPOC community, right? Whether that be trying to hire people of color whenever you can and work with people of color whenever you can, whether that be, really investing in making purchases from BIPOC businesses, whether that be donating to certain causes or whatever it is, whatever actions your business is continually committed to taking throughout the year, totally share those with your customers too, because they really don't realize that you're doing that unless you tell them. However, at the same time, once again, just make sure that you are trying to be thoughtful about this and you're actually going through with the actions you're saying that you are taking so that you are not coming across as performative, right? So I think that this month, when it comes to BIPOC and that theme, Black History Month and that theme, it's just a great idea to, one, try to help BIPOC business owners share their stories and people of color share their stories online, right? Or really just like show how you are supporting this effort, right? Okay, so those are kind of the themes of February. There are also a lot of fun, hashtag holidays this month. As always, the full list is in your workbook and in the Feel Good Social Club. I have just copy pasted the entire list, but a few that really stood out to me were National Pizza Day. I mean, who doesn't love pizza? It's February 9th. So I don't know. It could be just like a fun Instagram story poll where you're asking people's favorite toppings or something like that. I don't know. It's always just fun to connect over random things like that, right? There's also February 11th, National Investors Day, which I think is kind of fun to think about in different ways. Or did I say investors? I meant inventors. National Inventors Day is February 11th. And I kind of thought of this fun little idea, like, what if you could invent something? Anything for your business that would be super, super helpful. What would that be? Like, you can share it, you can dream with your ideal customers. And I think it might be a fun, engaging post, right? There's also Random Acts of Kindness Day on February 17th, which I think is so fun. I just love that kind of day, right? I'm the type of person, I love walking through the grocery store and just getting a smile from a stranger, right? And so I'm wondering how we could really incorporate this into our social media content. You can encourage your audience to perform a random act of kindness. You could tell your ideal customers what a random act of kindness would look like for your business, right? I'm thinking sharing posts on Instagram stories or whatever that looks like, right? You could just kind of go through the day sharing on Instagram stories random acts of kindness that you are doing. And it could just be kind of like a fun story follow along day for your ideal customers who are following you on Instagram. I don't know, kind of fun. Lots of different ideas there. Also, of course, February 21st is Love Your Pet Day. Oh my goodness. I love this one so much. Just snap a photo of your pet and share it on your Instagram stories. Super easy. And people love seeing, I love seeing furry faces on your Instagram stories. So you will at least be making one person happy, me. Okay, so those are just a few of the hashtag holidays. I have posted all of them in the Feel Good Social Club forum and in the workbook that you can download. That's it for the February content ideas and themes, But once again, I do want to remind you to bring it back home to your brand. Really think about your ideal customers, how you can show up for them this month, meet them where they're at, and create content that makes sense for you. All right. I hope you enjoyed this training, and I'll catch you at this month's content planning workshop. All right, my friend. Well, that was our exclusive February content training. Like I said in the beginning, this is exclusive for our Feel Good Social Club members. I try to keep them quick, actionable, to the point, and they come with a workbook that's customized for your February content calendar. So if you do feel like you want more support, definitely check out the Feel Good Social Club. It's feelgoodsocial.com/club. You can join today. I would love to see you in there, my friend. Thanks so much for listening, my friend. For show notes and a whole lot of other awesome freebies, visit feelgoodsocial.com. Simply go to feelgoodsocial.com for all the goods.